Hey everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 2020. I do hope this video finds you all well, whether you're watching it for yourself or cross-watching for another individual with Pisces placements. I want to wish all of you a happy birthday, those of you who had a birthday last month or maybe this month. And I want to thank all of you who have supported this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. That actually helps this channel grow, and it allows me to keep putting these messages out there. So thank you all so much. It really is a gift to be able to do this work. Before we dive in, I do want to just let you all know I have links in the description box down below for personal readings, Reiki sessions, and donations for those of you who feel so called. I do also have all of my social media, so if you're interested in following me on Facebook, Instagram, or my website, I occasionally post updates and announcements, and I'll even do giveaways or discounts from time to time, so it never hurts to get on my radar, especially since we're almost at 40,000 subscribers. We're nearly there. So we might just have another giveaway very soon, hint hint. So it never hurts to get in the loop if you haven't subscribed or followed me online. And I think that's pretty much everything. I also have a blog post as well for those of you who are interested in tracking the transits and the aspects happening throughout March. I actually talked a lot about Saturn entering Aquarius for this blog, so it's more focused on longer term, to be honest with you, but I did talk about March a little bit. It's actually looking like a really good month, and I think for you Pisces especially, there's a lot of opportunities that are coming in for you that are really exciting. So I am going to start shuffling here, and as I do that, I'm just going to give my friendly reminder that this is a general reading, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are going to be meant for all of you. If these messages don't really resonate or you'd like some more clarity, that's totally fine. I always set the intention for these videos to reach the people who need to hear them the most. So you are welcome to look at some of the other videos I have for your moon, rising, or Venus sign. If you don't know what those are, I have a natal chart calculator in the description box that should be able to help you figure those out. And I also have another series that I just started on this channel called The Black Mirror. They're more introspective, personal readings. It's more kind of a mid-month reflection and look at your own subconscious. It's been a lot of fun doing those, actually. And I am changing up the structure of these readings just a little bit. So I'd love to hear if you enjoyed this flow or if you preferred the old spread I was doing. I'm always open to hearing that feedback. So don't be shy to chime off in the comments. What do we have for Pisces here? What do we have for Pisces? Interesting. What are the messages for Pisces? What wisdom and guidance do you have for Pisces at this time? Several cards. Okay. Some big changes for you. So we have the Four of Pentacles showing up as kind of overall energy. The call to action here. Someone might be holding back, or maybe you're holding yourself back. We'll get to that. We have the Mother of Swords here, showing up as your advice. Could also be another individual, especially if there is an air sign. You might be getting some assistance from someone who is very logical, or you're being encouraged to really, look at things quite analytically this month. And we have a lot of activity. This is where I'm talking about these changes. We have the High Priestess, we have Death, and we do have the Eight of Cups. Okay. A lot of you are walking away from relationships, I think. And that could be someone you've just sort of been involved with, like in an actual committed... someone you could have been loosely involved with, or an actual committed relationship. Sorry, I've been talking all day, so if I seem a little jumbled up, I think I've just been speaking for so long, and I think the Mercury retrograde is kind of affecting me today. But I do feel like for you, this could also be someone from the past. Maybe you're walking away from a situation you already left behind, but you're kind of cutting those cords. There's been part of you that's been holding on to something here. we were talking about you might be holding yourself back. You might be holding on to a situation or a person from the past here, especially if they are an air sign. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius could also be Scorpio as well with that death card energy. And it doesn't have to be, but those are just energies that are coming up pretty strongly. And you're not trusting your intuition. And maybe that's why it's so hard for you to go forward. You're second guessing yourself a lot here. You're having a hard time moving away from something. And this Mother of Swords, she literally could be like a maternal figure. She could be your actual mother. She could also be a friend. Someone who's kind of watching you in this situation. And I almost get the sense, Pisces, this person is asking about you and is like, are you sure you're okay? And it's sort of bothering some of you, but they are trying to support you. They are picking up on this energy. And you might be afraid to open up because they might be a little judgmental. I could see that. They might be a little harsh with you. But this person actually does have your best interests at heart. So maybe there's a way you can kind of navigate that if that's a situation that resonates for you, that's something you're dealing with. And maybe you need to kind of take on that energy more for yourself, too. Because I do feel like for some of you, there is this, you're getting something that you really fought for, that you really earned. And something is coming through that feels really good, but you're not totally celebrating it, or it's like you're now looking back on what's been lost in the process, or what's been lost along the way. We keep getting a bunch of cards trying to jump out here for you. Sorry. There we go. And the shadow is the sun. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo individual as well, but honestly, Pisces, this feels like it's you really letting your own light shine here. You might not have been doing that because in the past, you were afraid you would push someone away. And even if this is a person that's gone or out of your life, you're still kind of acting that way. You're still holding back. You're still being guarded. You're almost being like this Mother of Swords who can be a little distant with people. Tell me more about this sun. I want to clarify this really quickly. Ace of Cups. I really do feel like some of you are holding on to what could have been here. Again, I know we already talked about that, but this kind of seems like confirmation. And with the moon in Virgo on the 9th, the full moon, that is about your relationships. That is about your partnerships. And it's an ending in some way. There's a culmination. There's something to be harvested here. But with this specific group, there's an ending. And whether that ending is just the way that you show up in relationships, the way you approach love, or an actual relationship for some of you could be, something has to change. Something has to give. Something's ending. And it actually brings a lot of healing to do that. And it's okay to still love someone that wasn't good for you. You can't think your way out of that. You can't dissect your way out of this necessarily. Someone might be trying to help you do that, but the energy for you is to move forward. And the thing that comes to mind is like, don't regret that it happened, celebrate what was, or how does that expression go? God. Like, you know, don't be sad that it happened, be grateful that it happened at all. Or don't be sad that it ended. Be happy that it happened in the first place. Be grateful for that. And celebrate it. But I do see that it's time for you to kind of move forward here. And I'm going to be honest, I think some of this perception, some of this sun energy and this Ace of Cups, it feels a little delusional, if I'm being completely honest with you, or a little, there's something deceptive about it. It's showing up in the shadow, okay? This is kind of ways you sabotage. It's almost like putting on rose-colored glasses and not seeing things the way they are. And maybe that's why this Mother of Swords is like, hey, take a closer look at this, pay attention. And this Chariot, it's about making sure something is in balance before you go forward here. Because you have to make sure that the wheels are aligned before you charge full speed ahead. But there's some sort of change. There's something new and exciting here as well. Could be a new relationship for some of you, maybe someone new, or just this new lease on life. If you are struggling to let go of someone from the past, or even if you're just having a hard time in your love life, with this Virgo full moon, something that could be helpful, I've done this ritual before, I think I did it for like a Libra full moon once, you basically write a love letter to all of your exes. I feel like that's something that would be helpful for you. And then either burying those or burning those on the night of the full moon. And after you wrote it to all your exes or all the people who you loved, you're having a hard time moving on from, write the letter to the person coming into your life next, or the next relationship. Or even write a love letter to yourself, maybe both. Kind of play around with that idea. Wow. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, there's a huge, awesome change coming for you, Pisces. And it might take a little letting go. It might be a little painful for the first part of this month, not gonna lie. So take it easy, especially as Mercury is retrograde. But we have Judgment, we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Something big is coming really fast, and it feels more like the end of March, to be honest with you. But you're going towards something. You had the Chariot, now you have the Judgment. You're being pulled into a direction, and with that Eight of Wands, it's happening very quickly. The Six of Pentacles is also telling me, again, there is this boon. I was feeling that with this Four of Pentacles. Some of you are really going to get, you know, something is going to pay off this month. There might be money coming in. There's something happening there. You're seeing the fruits of your labor. Something is coming through, and it's coming through in a very unexpected and big way. It's almost like the energy of you threw some seeds over your shoulder and kind of forgot about it, and then it grew into like this huge, you know, garden, all of these different fruits, these vegetables. It's like you have all of these things growing in that you kind of forgot about, or that you weren't really focused on. And you're healing something from the past with Judgment too. Yeah, there's something really good coming in. I do also want to say, with Mercury retrograde, I know a lot of the time we do come up against people from the past, old relationships, old lovers, old friends. If that does happen to you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to reconcile with this person. It might just be you making amends. It might just be you finding peace with the situation. They might not even be coming up in your life at all. Maybe you're just thinking about them. Because I am seeing, Pisces, this thing you're having a hard time letting go of, this thing from the past. There might be someone coming back. And again, this is a general reading. I'm not saying this is happening for most of you. This is for maybe a handful of you. There's this person coming back, and it's going to help you heal. And it could even spark something new, actually. But if that's the case, it feels almost like a person you sort of forgot about. Like it wasn't this person who you weren't counting on this. You weren't thinking about this a lot. It kind of came out of the blue. But it's like whatever it is that you forgot you planted is coming into bloom. And this could be an old manifestation. And sometimes we hold back our manifestations because we're holding on. If you feel this area of tightness, of clenching, of restriction anywhere in your body when you're trying to manifest something or create something, or even just in your day-to-day life, you're noticing that kind of tightness, that's your body's way of telling you that there is a constriction of your energy. And now it's time to move forward. And when you do that, something comes in. Whether it's a person from a past or new situation that you always wanted anyway, it's actually looking really, really good for you. So it does turn around. This kind of did a U-turn here. And maybe that is referring to someone. It just might be. Let's see. I'm going to pull an animal card here. Get some clarity for my Pisces. What is the animal wisdom for Pisces for March 2020? Ooh, okay. We had several cards, but this one came out by itself. We have oyster, and we have elephant. Okay. Someone's opening up. And maybe that's you opening up to your own heart after being guarded off for a while. You know, guarding this pearl inside of you. There is a treasure there that you've been keeping from the world. And maybe that's because you've been hoping for this old person. Maybe that's because you've been wounded. But it's important for you to share something. It's important for you to open up. And you know, if you are dealing with someone from the past who you're not talking to, and you're just doing that because you're afraid of getting hurt or hurting more, I know this seems a little counterintuitive. Maybe you should talk to them anyway. Maybe you should try reaching out if you can. Because I'm really getting the sense of being hung up on something or someone. And if it doesn't go well, at least you tried. It's freeing. It frees you. You have so much freedom. And this elephant here is the removal of obstacles. It's this unstoppable force. It's like, it's not about you talking to this person trying to get them back. It's you opening up to your own heart. And it might lead to some pain. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say that it's going to go perfect for all of you. But if you're having a hard time letting go, sometimes you're actually holding your growth back by not doing the things your heart is telling you to do. because we have this mental story, or we're afraid of what other people would think. You're trying to feel how you think you should feel as opposed to just how you feel. And maybe there's nothing you're really even supposed to do with that. Maybe it is just you acknowledging, I still feel this way. I still have feelings for this person. I was still hurt by this situation. And in doing that and opening up about it, and again, it could just be a letter. However you decide to put that out of yourself, put that out into the world, it's so freeing. And even if it blows up in your face, it kind of closes things off. You're not left wondering anymore. I'm going to pull one more card. I'm going to pull a Starseed card for you. Let's see, what is the Starseed wisdom? I just had the card Wait try to pop out. It didn't fall out totally. Some of you... I know there's this big rush. Things are happening quickly. I don't feel like you're waiting long. It's like the moment you surrender, the moment you get into that loose feeling in your body and are just open and are like, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm here I am. I'm waiting. That's when everything happens. And you have to get there in a very organic way. You know, you can't just force it. You can't just trick yourself into it. I know some of you are thinking that right now. It has to be a genuine surrender. And that really does sometimes look like, this is just how I feel right now. And accepting that. Okay, here we go. So we have three cards. We have Cracked Open, Rock Bottom, Surrendering to the Alchemy of Life. Yeah, let yourself be cracked open. Sometimes it's okay to get hurt. Really, it usually is. We can't live in fear of being hurt all the time, you know? Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmissions, and activation. You are being activated. And there's a spiritual calling here. And then finally, the Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Yeah, which is kind of that you just owning how you feel. You've tried to repress it, you've tried to deny it, you've tried to do whatever to get rid of it, and now it's coming to the surface. And instead of doing anything with it, let it break you. Let it crack you open. Interesting. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Because I know this was kind of intense energy. I'm actually going to pull a healing card, maybe to help you heal with this energy. What do we have here? We have Cherry, Live an Extraordinary Life. And then Amber, Awaken Your Creativity. Some of you are being called to do something creative. And that brings a lot of life for you. And if you're the type of person who kind of waits to be in a relationship for to do something, like to travel or to do some sort of hobby, just start doing that now. With Cherry. Like, don't make other people an excuse to not live the best life possible. Don't hold yourself back because of that. And with Amber, it's funny because it is like that resin that you get stuck in, right? Some of you get stuck in that. But this is flowing. This is creativity. This is kind of thawing that out. And working with these two colors, visualizing them, can be very, very helpful. I am going to read a guided visualization and meditation for each of these colors. You're welcome to follow along with the book or make up your own process if that's what your intuition wants you to do. You're even able to just, you know, kind of breathe in these colors or do energy work with these colors. There's no wrong way to work with this. So let's see. Cherry, live an extraordinary life. Cherry raises your self-esteem and brings sweetness, happiness, and wisdom into your life. It can open your heart and allow you to listen to your heart's desires. A deep, full color, cherry encourages you to live your life to the max, acting as a magnet that attracts incredible people, opportunities, and abundance into your life. Eat some cherries and transform yourself from ordinary to extraordinary. And the exercise is, to be alive is amazing. To live a life to the max is extraordinary. Today, buy some cherries, taste their sweetness, and make a list of 10 extraordinary things you would like to do in the next year. Make a commitment to living an extraordinary life. After all, what is the worst that can happen if you give things a go? You can say you might fail, but if you have not tried, then you have already failed. The truth is that if you follow your dreams, you can only succeed. When you take a chance, you learn, grow, and expand. Give yourself permission to explore and go on an incredible adventure. Today is the day to start. Say, Divine Intelligence, please give me the courage to become extraordinary and make my dreams, goals, and desires a reality. Totally. Oh my gosh, this is the perfect card for you because I was talking about this. It's like you're afraid of getting hurt. You're afraid of this failure, and it's like life is about scraping your knees sometimes. It's gonna hurt sometimes. And things could actually go really, really well for you if you do this. So stay open to it, you know, don't go in with this attitude that it's only going to be bad, that it's only going to be hurtful, like you're trying to rip off a Band-Aid. There's something really rich and beautiful, and wow. Yeah, give yourself a chance. Give this a chance. Give this situation a chance. Open up. Be a fool. Be the fool if you need to be. Sometimes that's actually useful. Because it's part of our lesson. We can't force the lessons sometimes. We have to live through them. We can't think our way into an emotional realization. We have to feel it in our heart. So amber, awaken your creativity. Amber is a fantastic color for increasing your creativity and strengthening your manifestation abilities. It generates deeper bonds in relationships and teaches you to give and receive affection. Warmth, optimism, courage, and spontaneity are among amber's gifts. Wear amber to awaken your creative talents and abilities. Hold a piece of amber or wear an amber pendant to remind you of your fun, creative, uninhibited self. Think of 5 adventurous things you would love to do. Pick the ones that appeal to you the most and do it today. This could be singing, dancing, painting, writing, or creating something. Give yourself permission to be playful, childlike, and joyous. Say, infinite intelligence, awaken my creative talents and abilities, freeing me to participate in amazing and fun experiences. This is all about you doing what you want to do. And listening to your heart. And I'm kind of speaking from personal experience here, Pisces. I recently, I did something where I just was open to my heart. I stopped trying to do readings. I stopped trying to understand things mentally for myself. And in the process of that, I feel like I reclaimed my life force. And I didn't go in with this attitude of, it's gonna go this way or it has to go that way. I was open. I just decided fighting this feeling is like me fighting myself and fighting my own heart. And allowing myself to go in that direction has actually opened up in ways I was afraid to allow myself to even expect. And it's been beautiful and wonderful. And even if something were to end something today, even if it were to like change suddenly, I'm still glad that I did because I followed my heart. I followed this wisdom, and your heart knows where you need to be, even if it doesn't feel good to the ego, even if there's lessons, even if there's pain. I really want you to trust that. I really want you to open up to it. And maybe there's a reason you haven't been able to let this go. And it's true. It might end up in heartache for you. It might end up in pain, but that pain is going to crack you open. It's going to let you finally see things and feel things that you need to feel. But Pisces, I think something really, really good could actually come out of this. So open up. Live this exciting life. Make your life be like a movie this month. And that's all I have for you. I do hope that this reading was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. I'd love to hear in the comments down below how this resonated, if you liked the oracle cards, if the colors were helpful. And again, I do have all of my links for personal readings, Reiki sessions, and all of my social media. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.